Hey guys, so today we made a keto lemon pound cake. This ended up being absolutely amazing. It was incredible. I kind of messed up a little bit on the frosting. I added a little bit too much lemon, but it actually worked out perfect. So I put this little video together to show you guys how to do it, show you some of the ingredients, so I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so obviously the first thing we want to do is to preheat the oven at 350 degrees. So we'll get that going. So now that that's preheating, what we're going to do is mix everything up. So I like to start out with the dry ingredients first and then add the wet ingredients, or vice versa. I just kind of do it separate so that way it doesn't all clump together. So the first ingredient is 1.5 cups of almond flour, and it says very fine. So what I like to do is to take my almond flour and actually sift it out, because there's a lot of chunks in here that doesn't get blended up in the factory or whatever. So it helps to sift all that out, kind of make it a lot finer. So I'm just going to dump that in here and just sift it all out. The second ingredient that we're going to go ahead and add is we're going to do a heaping 1/2 cup of erythritol sweetener, keto style sweetener. We like to use Swerve. It's probably one of our favorites. There are other brands out there like, what is it, Tbsps and monk fruit and all that kind of stuff, but Swerve is probably our favorite. So this is the stuff that's not kind of getting through, and as you can tell, down at the bottom it's kind of chunky. We have some black flakes, so we're just going to take all that and dump it and just use sift it out. And here is our 1/2 cup of erythritol sweetener, powdered. And then we're going to also add a teaspoon of baking powder. And just a pinch of salt. Salt kind of balances out all of the sweetness in it. All right, then we just want to mix that, and we'll incorporate all the ingredients there so that way there's no chunks. It's kind of very light and sift it out. And now we're actually going to work on our wet ingredients. And our wet ingredients is going to be 4 eggs. I actually dropped this one earlier, so it's kind of cracked. But luckily it was in the bowl when I dropped it, so no big deal. We've got 4 tablespoons of coconut oil. I like to let that kind of sit out for a little bit to kind of get a little warm. We've also got 3.5 ounces of cream cheese, full fat cream cheese, obviously because we're keto. So, and that needs to be at room temperature in order to blend real well together. All right, and then we're going to do 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Here. And since we're making this lemon, I'm actually going to throw in some lemon zest. That'll help bring out the lemon flavoring. Same type of deal. Okay, now I'm going to start hand mixing this first, just to kind of break up the eggs a little bit. Kind of get everything incorporated, and then I'm going to bring out my electric mixer. Alright, looks like everything's kind of well incorporated. That coconut oil seems to kind of get chunky if you have a lot of cold ingredients in there, so that's why it's really important for the cream cheese to be at room temperature or a little warm. And also, if you want to lay your eggs out to probably 20 minutes prior to actually doing it, kind of let those sit at room temperature. Because if anything's too cold, that coconut oil automatically kind of curds up a little bit, so it's kind of harder to mix in. Also, when you do the wet ingredients, do it in a bigger bowl, and then do the dry ingredients in a smaller bowl, because you're going to try to mix the two. If you do it vice versa, it's kind of hard to incorporate them all. So now I'm just going to add Just kind of like slowly add in the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients. Not dump it all in there at once because it's kind of harder to mix up that way. I'll just do a hand mix with this, kind of fold it in a little bit. Smells good. About half and half. I wonder if this is lemony enough for you. What do you think?
Probably not.
If you don't think it's lemony enough and you can't smell the lemon, you can always go back and add more. And I may actually do that. I've got a little bit of lemon extract right here. I'm going to add this in there just to be safe. Make sure it's enough lemon. There we go. I think that's good to go. So now I've got my loaf pan right here with some parchment paper in there. Kind of a hack that I have is if you take some cooking spray, spray it in the bottom of your loaf pan before putting the parchment paper in, it actually kind of helps it hold down in there. Parchment paper seems to want to roll up when you unroll it, obviously. So what we're going to do is just dump this in our loaf pan. So now that that's in there, I also like to, anytime you're doing any kind of cakes or anything, kind of get some of the air out of it to make sure it's sitting in there flat. And then our oven is almost preheated. As soon as it is preheated, I'm going to throw it in there. It takes about 40 minutes or so. Just kind of keep an eye on it until the top is golden brown. And then you can check it with a toothpick. Stick it right in the center. If it comes out wet, it's not ready. If it comes out dry, good to go. Alright, timer just came off. Here we go. Check that out. I'm going to immediately take this out of the pan so that way it doesn't cook anymore, and lay it here on my cooling rack. Parchment paper shouldn't be too hot, so you're okay just grabbing it that way. And what we're going to do is we're going to let that cool, and while it's cooling, I'm actually going to make the frosting that goes on top. Okay, I've incorporated me some help. This one just got up from his nap. You going to help me make the frosting? Yeah! Yeah! Alright, so it's been cooling for about 10 or 15 minutes or so. I actually put it in the freezer so it'll be a little quicker because Jessica is ready to chow down. So give me just a second, and what we're going to do is actually take this and put it back in the loaf pan, just so that way, and the loaf pan's already cooled off, just so that way when we pour the frosting on top, it doesn't just like go all over the sides and underneath and all that kind of stuff. So erythritol powder, again, this is 1/4 of a cup. This is sugar, buddy. Or not really sugar, it's fake sugar, but it tastes good. And then we've got a tablespoon of unsweetened almond milk. I'm going to also do 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract again. Kind of give it a little bit of vanilla taste to it. Like the frosting. And maybe not like a full half, but whatever. And then I'm going to add some more lemon to it. Make it more lemony. You going to hold it or you going to do it?
I'll do it.
Okay. Whoop! So hopefully that'll turn out good. Hold on. Let's see. I didn't use it. We'll mix it up. If it's not good, we still got some more in it. So I don't know how that happened. Alright, you want to push the button?
Yeah!
Alright, push the button. Push that one. Nope, not that one. That's a turbo. Ah, too much. Alright, do that one. Right there. Ready? Yeah. There you go. Perfect. Alright, you're good. Good job. Doing it. So now we're going to take this and we're going to pour it all over the top. We're going to pour it on our cake. You ready?
Yeah.
And then once we pour it, I'm actually going to put it back in the refrigerator to kind of let it chill. So that way this stuff kind of hardens a little bit. And then we'll come back and we'll slice it up.
Thank you, Mads.
Thank you, Bubba. You did a good job, buddy. Say yummy, yummy.
Yummy, yummy.
Does that look good?
Yeah.
You gonna try it, bud?
No.
You're crazy. Alright, so now this is going in the fridge probably about 15 20 minutes or so. If not, I'll put it in the freezer. What do you want?
Maddie, tell everybody, say thank you for watching. Maddie, say thank you for watching.
I'm fucking watching. Do it, and I got my taste tester behind the camera here, so we're gonna find out. So I'm gonna leave the parchment paper. So here we go. So that looks really, really good.
Looks so good.
So here's the first slice. I guess you could eat the end piece if you want, but very spongy. The frosting on top is still a little warm, but I can't wait. So
Looks amazing.
Come on.
What do you think?
They're so good. The frosting on top, I added some lemon extract to it.
A lot of
It
lemon
ended up
extract.
being a little bit too much, but it works out perfectly because it gives you that real lemony taste. I can't tell that this is keto, y'all. This tastes so good. So I'm gonna give the other half to my camera lady. See what she says. Make sure you get plenty of frosting on that.
Oh my gosh. 911, y'all. This is
So-
definitely amazing.
And hopefully you guys will try this out. Once you do, please let us know how you thought about it. If there was anything that you would change. I'm about to eat the whole thing, so wish me luck.